Hello. Happy Monday. I'm actually moving my live stream. If you're watching this on Facebook, I'm moving my live stream to YouTube. So YouTube is in front of me here. They'll be getting the front view. And I'm only going to be doing this here on Facebook like this a couple more times just to get you guys comfortable and moving over to YouTube. So if you want to keep coming to my lives, click the link to my link tree in this video on the video on Facebook. It's also here on YouTube. To get to my YouTube channel and come on over and subscribe there to keep coming to my Monday night lives. It's just been more and more apparent to me that Facebook has like not great practices, not very ethical practices. So YouTube's better. So this is where I'll be here on YouTube for Monday nights going forward, but I didn't want you guys to feel like I just bounced on Facebook, you know? So but yeah, you can hi Moo. Come on over to YouTube, Moo. Come subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's where my lives are going to be from now going forward. All you have to do is there's a link in the comment of this video on Facebook. It's also here on YouTube, but it's my Linktree link and it will take you to my YouTube channel. So just come on over to YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get notifications for when I'm going live. It'll be the same once this video is over. I will post it on my YouTube page so you can come back to YouTube and watch it. So, but I won't be going live on YouTube, or I won't be going live on Facebook much longer. I just have two things set up right now, but I am going to be talking to YouTube here. But Facebook, come on over to YouTube. Come subscribe to my YouTube channel. It really started to concern me when I got messages from some of you saying that like scammers were DMing you and reaching out to you while I was going live. So hopefully this switch over to YouTube will help take care of that and not have fakey McFakersons reaching out to you guys anymore. It'll be the same format. It's still by donation. If you'd like a one card pull, I have 6 names on the list so far tonight. I'll go through those in just a minute, but come on over to YouTube. All you have to do is come to my YouTube channel, subscribe, and it's right there you'll see my live video on my main page. You just have to click into it. So I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to come on over to YouTube. Like I said, this is going to be one of the last times that I will have a stream on Facebook because I've been just subject to a lot of breaches of security on Facebook. And yeah, Jenna, if you'd like to send a donation, I will, once I see the donation come through, I will put you on the list. All is well. Thank you. I hope all is well with you as well. But yeah, hi Facebook, hi YouTube. YouTube, you got the good view. This is where I'll be from now on for my live streams. Also, the quality is a bit better here on YouTube. Like it's designed for streaming. Facebook is not really designed for streaming. It's just a feature that they offer. YouTube is more, it's like it's built for this stuff. So yeah, come on over, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And same thing. If you can't make it to the live, but you've donated, then all you have to do is, hi everybody. I see people starting to comment on YouTube. Hello, welcome. But yeah, it's just seems safer, more ethical, more secured platform than Facebook. So that is going to be the format going forward for my Monday nights. And oh, thank you so much, Jenna. Just saw your donation come through. You're number 7, Jenna. So, and I can also like the chat feature is a lot better on YouTube. Like I can actually see your chats. It's been a real issue for me, I would say, in the past month of my live streams on Facebook that Facebook isn't showing me all of your messages and I'm not seeing them until afterwards. Hi, Jessica. Thanks for coming, love. Jessica, your number 1, 2, 3, 4 tonight. So the list is number 1 is Jasmine because I got her donation, but she missed, or we, missed each other on the live stream. I didn't catch it during my live stream. So, kind of the same question topic. Not that I need to, you got it, love. But Jasmine's going to be number 1 because we missed each other last week. Number 2 is Tina. Number 3 is Marielle. Number 4 is Jessica. Bruce is number 5. 6 is Moo. And 7 is Jenna. So if you want to send a donation to get on the list, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, which I strongly encourage you to come over to YouTube, subscribe to my channel, click my Linktree link in the post of this, the comment of this Facebook post, you guys here on Facebook. And you'll see YouTube right on top there. Also, my Venmo and my, Cash App are both linked in my Linktree link. So if you need my info to send a donation, my PayPal and my Zelle info are also included on the comment of this video on YouTube. But yeah, this is where my live streams are going to live now, on YouTube. We're going to check it out. Hopefully there's no scammer bammers here that are going to try and get you to donate to them instead of me during my live streams. So it's just gotten really bad over there on Facebook. And, thanks to some angelic people in my realm, they really prompted me to use YouTube instead because of the research that they've done, that YouTube just has more ethical practices than Facebook. So come on over to YouTube and we'll get started here. I hope everybody had a good weekend. We have a full moon in Sagittarius coming up tomorrow. So we're in that full moon energy tonight, which is really about cleansing, releasing, letting go of things. I know that's been a big topic for me, and I found it to be really interesting. The crystal of the week that popped up this week, I went back to pulling a card. Last week, I was inspired to just really share the crystal that I felt was the crystal of the week because I was so drawn to it. And I'm still working with it. I have it in my pocket, actually. And that's this emerald with black tourmaline. It's got black tourmaline. The green is emerald. And then it also has quartz in it. And I love the way that it is growing like tourmaline grows. Tourmaline grows in these barrels. So this is a natural raw formation emerald. And that's what I felt like I needed last week. I still need it this week. And that was the crystal of the week last week during the live, because of the black tourmaline really helps to protect you so you can feel safe doing the work that the emerald inspires in your heart. Sometimes like heart openers or even other openers like third eye, crown openers, sometimes we need a little bit of extra protection to just kind of be in our own energy, be in our own space, be in our own realm, and not worry about outside influences or outside energies. So that's what's so great about the emerald, is because it's got that black tourmaline in it, and it'll be your bodyguard while you're going into your heart space. And the quartz just amplifies everything, and it's a master healer. So it kind of like, even though it's very unassuming, it's kind of the leader and helps to show the black tourmaline and the quartz, or I'm sorry, the black tourmaline and the emerald. Like it's kind of like its conductor, like where it needs to go. So that's why I'm still really drawn to those emerald pieces with the black tourmaline and quartz. I do have about 5 more. If any of y'all are interested in those, just shoot me a message. Yeah, shoot me a message. I'd be happy to get you pricing on those. But that is not the crystal of the week this week. I think the crystal of the week this week is very appropriate for full moon time. I thought it was very interesting that that's what came up. So we'll get into that in just a second. Hi, Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook, I am going to start moving my streams over to YouTube. I am not going to be streaming here anymore on Facebook. Everything's going to be on YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please click the link in the comment of this post. It's my Linktree link, and it'll take you, YouTube's right on the top. Come on over and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and come. It's exactly the same, except we're more protected over here. Fingers crossed. But isn't the video quality better? I think it's better. Also, I have to stream off of my laptop at the moment, so that might also, I mean, I don't know. I have a really nice iPhone. I think it's got great camera quality too. But anywho, I hope that you're all having a great day. And I'm trying to think if there's anything that I want to discuss with you guys as far as updates for me. The retreat application is still live for anyone who's interested in filling out an application and joining me in Joshua Tree in October for our spiritual retreat. It's where I'm going to teach you how to access the Akashic records for within yourself. And then through the course of our time together, I will show you how to do a group Akashic records reading. It's also kind of turning into like a spa retreat as well. So everyone is going to get a facial that's included in your retreat package. The location not only has a hot tub, but it also has a big cowboy pool. And it also has a jet stream tub and then a normal tub. Also, there's 2 bathrooms in the house, and one has a jet stream tub and one has a regular tub. So there'll be lots of opportunities to soak. There will be lots of skincare information available. I just locked in and booked another surprise that I will roll out soon when I announce her. I have someone coming to create a really wonderful experience for one of our lunches while we're there. I also have the exercise instructor and the chef all locked in. So it's coming together quite nicely. I'm very excited about it all. And also feel free, if you have any questions about it, to hit me up, or if you want to do a payment plan or anything like that, I'm pretty flexible on working with you on that. So if you have any interest at all, please let me know. Like I said, in the weeks before, I have had to say no to some people just because really, this is for us. It's like, you know, I gotta have, like, I gotta know you, you know, I have to like know where you're at in your spiritual journey and your spiritual process. I would really, it's for people that, you know, I give readings to on a somewhat regular basis. It doesn't have to be all the time, but I would prefer that it be that we have worked together and that I know you in an energetic space and know you in a physical space as well. Or, you know, like we've had conversations one-on-one. So those are kind of some of the requirements that I am looking for retreat participants. Or maybe if you're new to me and new to my work, you know, if you're into booking a couple of sessions leading up to the retreat, that's also a possibility. But yeah, fill out the application. If you have interest, go to my website. It's also linked in my Linktree. Just go to the retreat, click the retreat button, and it'll take you to the retreat page of my website. You can fill out the application and I'll review it and I'll reach out to you after that, and we'll have a chat about it and see if it's a good fit. It is a highly curated experience. You are going to get a baller crystal. You're going to get a tarot deck. So as companion forces to the Akashic Records, which we're going to explore all of that. There is a fire pit on the property. So there'll probably be some sort of like fire ceremony. Yeah, it's all coming together really magically. So if you would like to be a part of that, all you have to do is go to my website and fill out an application, click the link, the Linktree link. And if you're on Facebook, in the comment of this post, or if you're on YouTube, it's also in the comment of this video. So, or you can always reach out to me and I can send you the link so you can go check out the info. You can check out the location pictures. The location is booked and ready to go, and I'm very excited about it. So, all right. I think that's all of the announcements that I have for now. Besides that, we're moving over here to YouTube. And let's see. Let's go over the crystal of the week. I know I talked it up. It's something that everyone should have. It's one of those, and it's also something that you want to use regularly, but it's particularly great during the full moon because it is super cleansing, and it's not only cleansing to you, it's cleansing to everything. It's cleansing to your environment. It's cleansing to other crystals. And what's so lovely about the crystal of the week, which is selenite. Like I said, it's the perfect full moon crystal because we're releasing, we're cleansing, we're letting go, we're clearing, we're making space. And that is like pretty much selenite's job. Except selenite does it really gently. It does it in a really conscious way where it basically just holds space for you to regenerate yourself. The same thing with crystals. It'll hold the space for the crystal to regenerate itself. Other cleansing methods like salt and things like that can really strip the crystal if you're using it to clear crystals. Sometimes even sage or smoke cleansing can just strip the crystal of its potency. Whereas selenite, it's not stripping anything. It's holding space. It's holding space for regeneration or rejuvenation. So, in that way, it's charging it. And I have so much selenite in so many different forms. Here's the actual picture. Here's the piece from the card. I always think that's funny. This piece, I believe, is available on my website if you want to go grab a spiral. I do love the spirals because it helps move energy up, and it also can pull energy down. So like if you really want to bring some energy into something, like if you wanted to put this on something, like here, the book, it will pull energy, and it works kind of like a pyramid, but a spiral is like, goes back to our DNA, So if you resonate with the spiral, there's definitely some of those on my website. I also have hearts. I have heart dishes. I have charging plates. I have towers. I have spheres. I have, these are fun. I have knives. This is great for doing any work for cutting cords. Or what I like about this is you can run it through your energy really nicely. So yeah, I got the selenite. If you need any selenite, let me know. It's also not an expensive one, so go in there. Selenite is really affordable. I also have some phantom selenite or fishtail selenite, as it's called on my website. Did I bring any of those plates over? Those are nice, like raw pieces of selenite for charging and like cleansing and clearing plates also. So this is, I just want to be clear, this is satin spar selenite. This kind of selenite with like, I don't know, like the lines in it. This is technically satin spar selenite. It's still a type of selenite, but it is satin spar officially. Hi, everybody on Facebook. Come join me over on YouTube. That's where my lives will be now. My Linktree link is in the comment of this video. So just, it's at the top, my YouTube page. Just click there, come on over to YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get notifications for when I do go live, but it'll be exactly the same as Facebook, 6 p.m. Mondays. Once the live is over, I will just be posting it here on YouTube and you'll just come back and check here instead of Facebook. Okay, let's do a general card pull for the week. Still feeling Ganesh. Let's do a little Ganeshi. I love this deck. It's so sweet. Okay. Let's see what message wants to come up for us in this full moon and Sagittarius energy. I hear from astrologers this is a very fun full moon. Like there's more lightness than heaviness around this full moon. So I was like, that's good. So our Ganesh card for the week is, yes, the strawberry supermoon, never enough selenite, totally. Capacity to love, which I think is interesting as we're going through this cleansing and this release and this clearing right now during the full moon. It actually increases our capacity to love because we're like, I even was feeling inspired to like clean out my closet. I started doing that this weekend and I was like, let's start just, I mean, I want to like rearrange my crystals and like just move everything around. So hi, sister. Hi, Emery. Oh, it looks like my nephew's watching on YouTube. My sister and my nephew. Hi, guys. Speaking of Sag moons, yes, my nephew does have a Sag moon. But yeah, as we clear ourselves and release, use this full moon to also shed light on the places that you want to bring that focus of release to, you know. I know for me lately, it just feels like this full moon energy is just like ripping back anything that's hiding. There's like, we got to bring it all up right now, as maybe as uncomfortable as it might be, but it's time to just process it. It's time to release it. I've even had some like old things come up, and like speaking with a friend this morning, I was like, oh shit, I am oh, Alexandra, I just saw your donation come through. Thank you so much, love. You're number 8. I just saw, I went into a memory from like pre-pandemic that nope, not at all, darling. You're number 8. Come over to YouTube. Click my Linktree link in the comment of this video. You'll find my YouTube and come over, subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is where my lives are going to be from now on, love. But yeah, I went into this memory that I didn't even realize I was still holding in some like anger and some resentment. And of course, it came up during the full moon. Like, oh, what's hiding in there? What are you not being like maybe fully honest about, or things that you might still be holding on to, some like tough stuff or things that hurt your feelings, or I mean, I had a reading today that was really great. that involved like doing some inner child work and doing some like really understanding like what was going on inside my emotional and spiritual body, and sitting in that for a second, longer than a second, like an hour, and just really reviewing how it felt in my body, and working on those places that felt contracted, that felt that I was feeling anxiety or upset still in my body, and clearing that. And like by going in and examining and seeing what's going on there with my inner child. But yeah, that's the capacity to love. It's clearing that out to, and in a loving way, but also making more space within me to first, I think the big theme of this reading was about like, how can I be more loving to myself? And then that in turn rolls over into everyone else, because if you're not prioritizing self, we can't really show up in the ways we want to for others. Even though for me, there's been a bit of misunderstanding about like sacrificing myself as like, that's what I think other people want or need from me. And that has been a big misunderstanding that I've had to like clear up within myself and really kind of come to terms with. And in this reading today, like we went all the way back to like my adolescence, and like I was pretty clear about where that pattern had started, and just really examining that within myself, and how I don't need to give myself away in order for others to accept me. Like that's something that I picked up in my adolescence. So that's what came up for me today as far as the capacity to love. So having that capacity to love yourself enough to go in and do that inner work, and it will create more space within yourself to show up in ways that feel good for you, for others, and being honest with what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And it's not in your best interest to lie to yourself, or to and then in turn lie to someone else that something, if something works for you and it doesn't. And that has definitely been a pattern for me in my life that I've had to examine. So this capacity to love card was really speaking to me in that regard. Maybe it is relating to you in some way also, I hope. But yeah, towards the end of that reading, I was like, oh, it always just comes back to like, you got to put your mask on. If you're in a plane that there's an issue, you got to put your mask on first before you can help anybody else. It's just a matter of like, you need to breathe. You need to make sure that you can actually have what you need to be there for others. It's like that damn metaphor. All right, let's get into your card pulls today. So we have Jasmine's number 1, Tina is number 2, Marielle's number 3, Jessica is number 4, Bruce is number 5, Moo is number 6, Jenna is number 7, and Alexandra is number 8. So if you're watching on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. This is where my live streams are going to be from now on. There's my Linktree link is in the comment of this post on Facebook, and all you have to do is click that link and you'll see my YouTube right at the top of there. Click that and it'll take you to my YouTube, and just subscribe to my YouTube and you'll see my live video right on the top there. And same thing, I will post this video on Facebook, and I will also post this video on YouTube just until you guys get comfortable fully switching over to YouTube. I'm not going to be dual streaming much longer. Eventually, I'm just gonna be on YouTube. So, all right, Jasmine. Whew, it is warm up in here. It is really, really warm in Southern California. How are you guys doing? What's going on in your part of the world? Like, hot. It started off like cloudy and not so hot today, and it just like increased as the day went on. And sometimes this time of day can be the hottest here in California, which is interesting. Oh, come on here. Oh, that actually sounds really lovely, Jenna. I know I would take like an hour or two of that. Hi, Carol. I see you asking about a reading on Facebook. If you would like a reading, all you have to do is send a donation of any amount. You can also get to my Venmo and Cash App through clicking the Linktree link in my comment of this video, and then come on over to YouTube. YouTube is where I'm going to be streaming from this point forward for these lives. I love being able to see all your comments over here, and I don't have to scroll. I don't have to I miss things on Facebook. It wasn't showing me all of your comments. I wasn't able to see it until sometimes after I posted it. I would go back and be like, I didn't even, that comment never appeared while I was live. So and then even people would be typing to me and they'd be like, are you getting my comments? And I would see them asking if they were getting their comments, but their comments weren't coming forward. So Facebook is super glitchy. And it's also very unsecure. So YouTube is better. It's more secure. Fingers crossed, hopefully. Anyway, YouTube going forward. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get the notifications going forward, and the videos will be posted here for you to come back and see after the stream. So you don't have to catch it. You can still donate and get a card pull and catch it later. It'll just be on YouTube. Hi, everybody. I see more of you coming over to YouTube. Yay. See, it's not that hard, right? Let's see. Let's go. We're going to start with Jasmine tonight. Hi, Jasmine. I'm sorry I missed you last week. You were number one this week. You got the 7 of Swords, darling. It's funny. I pulled this card earlier today, too. But the message that I'm hearing for you, Jasmine, if you feel like you're going through something that has been like a long time coming, or like, I feel like there's a lot of that maybe you have been through that has been uncomfortable, but something that you felt like you had to bring light to, and it has taken like you speaking your truth and being honest, and for you living your truth, to see where others are not aligning with that, or holding you in an old pattern or an old energy. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Nicole. Come on over to YouTube, love. I'm doing all my live streams from YouTube from this point forward to avoid scammers and security issues. So YouTube is much more secure of a platform. If you click the link in my link tree, you'll see the link to my YouTube right at the top, and that link is in the comment of my Facebook video. It's also in the comment of this YouTube video also. But for you, Jasmine, it just felt like you've been on this darker journey with something, around something, in your life. Thank you for sharing that on Facebook, Crystal. I appreciate that. Yes, I'm still alive, Josia. All you have to do... Oh, I just saw that. Thank you, Crystal. I really appreciate it. Facebook has this thing that they don't like it when you put a direct YouTube link in a comment. So I was being a little sneaky and putting it in my Linktree link because I've straight up put posts up with my direct YouTube link in it. And or back when I was doing Patreon, I would put my Patreon link in and Facebook just wouldn't post it. So that was my little sneak move to get you guys the link to my YouTube and make it easy for you to come over from Facebook to YouTube. So sorry, Jasmine. But the message here, the light that I'm hearing in this message is that it's the journey in the darkness of this is coming to a close soon, and there will be significant healing coming in for you. They're saying like you just have to receive it. So if there's any resistance within you or within your body or your spirit, to really examine that resistance right now, especially during this full moon, and try to really breathe into that resistance and release it to the best of your ability. And the more that you can surrender, the more that you can give clearing to that resistance, or love, bringing love and compassion into yourself around that resistance, it will kind of like inside out you and flip you, like push you into the light, if that makes sense. But yeah, just really examining any contraction, anywhere where you feel like held back, and just surrendering to that. Like, just, it's almost like quitting the fight and surrendering it and releasing it so you can process it and let it go, so that you can move forward into a healing space for yourself. With the Seven of Swords. Really supporting the throat chakra, I'm hearing there's like, I feel like your throat chakra is a little blown out, Jasmine. So lapis is really great for the throat chakra. I've been really feeling lapis lately. I was not for a long time. I never felt attracted to it, except for I have a ring with some lapis in it that I really love. Do you remember those rings that we got, Jenna, back in Boulder, our sister rings? I still have that ring and I love it. And it has lapis in it. And it's the lapis, that's the lapis that I'm really attracted to. But recently I've been feeling more attracted to lapis. But it's great for supporting the throat chakra and speaking your truth. Amazonite is also really great for the throat chakra. What else? I'm also hearing labradorite for you, Jasmine. So lapis, Amazonite, labradorite, any of those would be really great for you to work with right now. All right. So that was Jasmine's from what I missed last week. I'm really sorry about that, Jasmine. Tina, you're up next, darling. Oh, Ruchira, I just saw your donation come through. Thank you so much, Ruchira. You are number 9. 1 second. Sorry about that. Sometimes I feel like I miss a donation come through, and I just wanted to check really quick. Josiah, let me know if you sent a donation. I haven't, I just want to make sure I didn't miss it if you did. Hi, everybody. See y'all coming in on the YouTube. You got it, Ruchira. You're number 9, darling. I saw your donation come through. Really appreciate it. And thank you coming over to YouTube for me. I hope you enjoy it here. There's a lot of really great creators on on YouTube. There's actually one woman that I really enjoy that I found on TikTok. Her name is Tip of the Moon, and she's a energy Reiki healer, and she uses crystals to do it. And she has some really great meditations and live streams on TikTok that are like, or on Facebook, or she'll take her TikTok lives and repost them on YouTube. But I find her Reiki sessions, like I can feel them even through the screen. So if you respond to Reiki, if you like Reiki, I really like it because of the crystals she also uses are really, they really resonate for me. Like one day I was watching one of her videos and I was like, man, I really wish that she would use some black moonstone right now. Like right after I thought that, she was like pulled out some black moonstone. She's like, and next I have some black moonstone. I was like, okay, we're connected in some regard. So I was commenting in her live yesterday in TikTok, and there was actually someone watching her live. She has like 1,000 people watching her live, or close to 1,000 people. And there was someone in her live that had come to my lives on TikTok and was like, oh my God, I want to take your Akashic Records class. And I was like, oh my God, oh, hi. I like didn't even know, like putting up that comment, it actually got me like 10 follows on TikTok just from commenting in her live, which I thought was really, I was not expecting anyone to like know who I was in that live. But I was just saying, I was like, I love her. I love her Reiki. I can really feel it as a professional intuitive. Like I fully endorse her. I like her. Oh, her name is Tip of the Moon, spelt exactly, no extra dashes or underscores. Just Tip of the Moon. And she has one meditation. I think it's on her YouTube, but I became her patron on Patreon. I think to get like full access to all her stuff is like $14. And because I've never taken like a Reiki class or anything like that. I am an energy healer and I do my own energy work that I have self-taught myself. That is very effective. But for me, it's interesting to watch her. Like she does some crystal healing modules and she does some Reiki modules. I haven't gotten into the Reiki ones yet, but I've watched her info on crystals. It is funny. Like she's so cute. She really will talk about like how to use crystals and things like that. Her actual crystal knowledge on what each one does, and how to pronounce them is, it's a little she's still learning. Like I on her live last night, I was like, she was trying to say rhodonite and she was like rhodo. She couldn't pronounce it correctly. And I like put the pronunciation up there for her. And I was like, I would love to like help you. um, but if you can like look, if you don't get stuck on the technicalities, she has some really great like beginners information up there for crystal healing. And it was great for me too to like go back and like kind of review the basics. I always think that's important to like refresh yourself. And she's just so sweet and genuine, and I love her vibe. um so yeah, go check out Tip of the Moon on YouTube, especially if you're new here to YouTube. Um, she's a great place to start. And you can also check her out on TikTok, but literally all of her TikTok lives are on her YouTube. So if you're not a TikToker, she's here on YouTube. But she's a really nice place. Oh, the guided meditation that I have found really potent for me that she has, I believe it's up on her YouTube channel. Yeah, because I've shared it with some people. It's the Releasing the Past, her guided meditation for releasing the past. I've found that very cathartic for me, and the way she guides you through and it's only like 15 minutes long. You can do it over and over and over again. Like it's a really great meditation. And I literally felt energy like moving and leaving doing that. So I should do a crystal class. That's not a horrible idea, Crystal. I've been thinking about like a new something like digital class or downloadable something. I had a Patreon for a while. It just wasn't a great format for me, but maybe I could go back. I don't know. Are you guys interested in being a patron? It felt like a lot of upkeep for me when I could just, do things in different ways. But a crystal class would be great. We are going to go over, if you come to my retreat, we are going to go over some of these things that I would teach in a crystal class at the retreat. So, all right. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Tina, you're number 2, darling. Hello, for anybody watching on Facebook, click the link in the comment of this video and come on over to my YouTube. All the action is going to be on YouTube from this point forward. Tina, you got the 10 of Swords today. The 10 of Swords is usually when something is coming to a close, or maybe you can feel it coming, or maybe this is something that's going to be happening in a little bit more of the distant future, or maybe it's something that's happening right now. But this is a time to really, when you feel the end of something significant, whether that be like how to pronounce them and how they benefit your body. Totally. I would love to share that. Like when she was trying to say rhodonite, like, I don't want to be a DICK, but I just want to help. I want you to sound good, but she's also like other crystals that I'm really resonating with right now are amphibole quartz, and she's using amphibole quartz. She was using some petersite, which I'm also resonating with right now. So yeah, I love her intuitive choice in crystals and how she does the Reiki healing with it. It's just her overall knowledge is, you can tell she's maybe not a beginner, but she's definitely, she's not quite there yet. She's still learning, but that's fine. We're all still learning. I really didn't have a problem with it. I just want to, like I said, I just want to help. Okay, so Tina, the end, something is coming to a close, whether it be a cycle, a pattern, a program, something in the physical realm, maybe a job or a relationship, could be business, friend, romantic. But there's the ending of something, or maybe even a tradition. And there is one more, they're saying for now, there's one more spin around the merry-go-round, if you will, and before this comes to a close. And they're saying to just really be present. If there is any hard feelings or any resentments or anything, to really voice those, or to be honest with those, and to help those sweep away with the end of that cycle. But there is something that's going to be coming to an end or a close here, either now or in your future. That is, like I said, they're saying just really enjoy it. Maybe it's hi T, how's it going? Come on over to YouTube. That's where I'm going to be doing my lives now, is YouTube. But they're saying to just really absorb it, try and have as much fun as possible, make memories. Maybe it could even be if you go someplace on vacation as a tradition or something like that, this might be the last go round for that. But just to be really present to always be as present as possible, but with something that is coming to a close, just enjoy and stay present. Yeah, come to my YouTube. Come subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link is in the comment of my Facebook video. It's linked in my link tree. I tried to make it super easy for you guys to come over to YouTube. I am leaving streaming on Facebook because of the security issues I've been having on Facebook, and I just really feel like YouTube is a more ethical, safer platform. So it's for all of us. Okay, Marielle, you're up next, darling. You're number 3 tonight. You can post this crystal course for free on Thinkific. That's where I'm posting Warrior Goddess Movement free for you, but you can charge for it. I mean, just want to be clear about. Oh, got it. Good to know. Thank you, Crystal. Marielle. Let's see what's coming forward for you, Marielle. Hello. Hi, love. Welcome. I was wondering, I was like, I feel like Mama Mojo coach is Marielle. Let's see what card would like to come forward for you today. Well, you got the 3 of Wands. I feel like this is about, honestly, like about vacation or like getting out of your norm or your routine. I don't know if you, oh, gotcha. Your name is your biz. Me too. Do you have any vacations coming up or planned, or getaways, or some like getting out of your normal routine? Any like adventures coming up soon? If you don't, I would look at planning something. I think that with the 3 of Wands coming up for you, you might need that, just like something to look forward to, B, something to start planning, C, something that's going to be, I feel like it's going to be somewhat life-changing, and something that you feel called to do or called to like go, something like that. But yeah, I feel like it would help to have have like a something in the future to like look towards, I mean, I would love to have you in Joshua Tree if that feels aligned. But like, what feels like a fun, life-changing experience to you that you can look forward to, that you can start putting energy into, something that you can like plan for, because I feel like you need to kind of just get out of your routine. Like, the psychic that I used to work with I haven't seen her in like decades and decades and decades, but who I used to work with when I was a teenager, she would tell me that it's called like a county break. Like, it's really important to like get out of your county from time to time, to help give you healing, to help give you perspective, to help bring in new energies. So I feel like with the 3 of Wands here, that would be something that would be really helpful and healing for you, is to have something to to like look forward to like maybe plan with some friends, or something that is you're gonna have that like to look forward to. You're gonna have that to like get out of your head, or to get out of your everyday, because I think that would really call in and give you the opportunity. It would present the opportunity for some like some next level experiences, some next level healing, some just, I feel like you're being called or asked to like shift and transform and really shed some old stuff, and like step into this new vibration that you have been creating. And I think that a trip would be really a fun and kind of exciting and adventurous way to do that. With the Three of Wands, going on a trip, looking out away from the home for a little while. You never know what can happen when you step out. I mean, I've got it. I've been totally in hermit phase too. Until August, I'll actually be in Seattle in August again, or Washington. I'm going to Spokane first, and then I'll be in Seattle. So I'll be in your hood, Marielle, in August, but that's all I got planned. I've been in hardcore hermit mode myself, so I get it. But I think a trip would be good for you. Yeah. Like I said, I would love to, like, if you want to apply for the retreat, I would love to have you. I think you'd have a super fun time there with myself and the other ladies, going deep into the Akashic records and going on a crystal journey and just being able to be in the desert and wander around the property that I have for us. Like, it's just so magical and expansive and wonderful out there. So hit me up if it's something that interests you. No pressure if it doesn't. I just think you would have a lot of time. I think you'd have a lot of fun, and you also get pampered and like have, a spa experience and a spiritual experience and a bonding experience. And I think it could be a lot of fun for you. But, who knows? Your dream might be to go to Costa Rica or something like that, Oh, yeah. I would love to have you, Marielle. I think you would be amazing. I think you would be a light and a love. Yeah, no pressure. I'm just saying. I think you'd have a lot of fun. A lot of fun with the ladies. Right? And it would be lovely to meet you in person, which we can also do in August when I'm in Seattle. But I would love to see you. I don't know if you've ever been to Joshua Tree before, but it's quite lovely. And we're actually going to be in the park, not in Yucca, not in Palm Springs, not in 29 Palms. We're going to be not in Landers. We're going to be right in Joshua Tree. Yeah, I think it would be really great. Oh, I know. Me too, Jessica. My girl, my chef that I just locked in is all about, like, she can cook the vegan. Yeah. And I'm divorced gift to yourself. What's kind of interesting, I've also noticed the other participants have all, not all of them, but oh, got it, from San Francisco, but never been to Joshua Tree. Oh yeah, come. A good chunk of the women who that are coming also have just like gone through really gnarly divorces. It's like I'm sensing a theme here. It's a donation of any amount, Crystal. You choose. And they also have little ones. There's not going to be any kids at the retreat, but like their mamas, they just went through gnarly divorces. Like, I think that you could really find yourself connecting on a lot of levels with the ladies that are going to be there. You know, one of them. But yeah, I was like, oh, I'm sensing a theme here. I thought that was really interesting. Okay, Jessica, you're up next. No kids, no, like, it's all just ladies. And I did just booked my friend Saline, who actually lives in the neighborhood that the retreat's going to be in, and she just opened a store in downtown Joshua Tree. Oh, thank you, Crystal. I just saw your donation come through. You're number 10. She just opened a store in Joshua Tree that's all like mushroom supplements, like cordyceps and all that stuff. And she is gonna come. Oh, thank you, Marielle. You're rad. I got it, Crystal. Thank you. You're number 10. But Salene's gonna come in and do a high tea ceremony for us one day for lunch, which I love a high tea. And we're gonna like cater the meal around the high tea, and it's going to be one of the first days, so people can like use that as an opportunity to like bond and get to know each other. I think I'm just I love a high tea. So we're gonna have a high tea with Bruja Elixir is the name of Salene's new shop in Joshua Tree, and she's gonna come Bruja Elixir us. Jessica, let's see what message. Isn't it great? Bruja Elixir. I thought it was great too. And Salene's lovely. I've known Saline for a really long time. It's actually, I've house sat for her out in Joshua Tree, and I've spent a significant amount of time in the neighborhood that the retreat's actually going to be in. And that's how I know I like can speak with 100% confidence that there is magical energy out there. Also, the property is pretty big. That was something that was really important to me. I wanted you to be able to have space to like roam around, go for a walk, really check out the desert like energy and landscape in a safe like place. If you don't feel like, there's going to be downtime every day scheduled in, so you can go check out the park if you want to drive into the park, or if you want to go into the town of Joshua Tree and do some shopping or whatever. But it was important to me to have a lot of property at the location the retreat was going to be at. And it just happens to be in this neighborhood that I'm very familiar with. And I was like, oh, this is the place. And it just is also nice to know that we have friends right down the street and that are going to come contribute and be a part of the retreat experience. So you're going to actually have a Joshua Tree local to like ask questions. If, I'm sure she'd be happy to share like where her favorite spots to visit in the area are, maybe what some of her favorite shops outside of her own are, things like that. So I thought that would be a really fun kind of special way to like really introduce you to the area that you're going to be in. Okay, the Fool is what came forward for you today, Jessica. In regards to your question, I think this is actually a really lovely card because this is like, it's new, it's fresh, like it doesn't have all the old stuff attached to it that others may have, and it feels like really it like took a lot to get to the alignment, but there you are. And I love her open arms here, her wingspan, if you will, because what's really calling to me is like the open heart that she's presenting, and that she's really willing to surrender to this new experience and allow it to create itself. And I don't feel like there's any like projections or attachments or like kind of any unhealthy things for you. I feel like it feels really free. It feels really open. It feels really expansive. It feels like there's a lot of space to create and connect. And there's a lot of things to learn about one another. And I feel like in general, the Fool is really giving excitement right now. So it's all new. It's fresh and exciting. And it feels a lot like cleaner, if you will. All right. Great. You're all on YouTube. I love this. I don't see anyone watching on Facebook. You got it, Moo. You're right after Bruce, who is next. So we will take a look at that. We will take a look at that. I wish you guys see Hershey over there. Oh, look at his little legs up on the... I love it when he puts his legs up on the couch like that. Such a cutie. Okay, Bruce. Let's see what message would like to come forward for you today, Bruce. Oh, you're fine, Moo. No need to apologize. You're coming up. Oh, Bruce, I love this. You got the star today. I feel like you have done, the message that I'm hearing is that it's like you've done a lot of work to really get in your heart and to really make a space there. So that's where you're coming from. Not that you weren't before, but it was more like you needed to access your heart for yourself and like do things for yourself that were self-loving and self-caring. And, part of that was ending certain things that you were doing and really focusing and putting energy into new things that you were doing. And in that, you really shifted the timeline that you are now like really locked into, I feel, or getting really more locked into, where you're starting to see like more magical things happen. There's been a lot more like synchronicities or alignments coming forward or signs. And it has really increased your trust in yourself and in your relationship with the universe. And it's been really, things have just been feeling more flowy and more open. And they're saying just there's more to come. Like there's more things, there's more creations, there's more possibilities and opportunities that are being created that you can't see yet, that haven't been presented to you, but they're coming. So just really staying in that feeling of alignment, and you don't have to slip backwards. They're actually encouraging you like not to slip backwards. Okay, forward momentum, baby. Yeah, Hirsch. His little feet. It's supposed to be the last evening I have him, T. I mean, should we come over for Mario later? You want to hang out with me and Hirsch one more time? Just throwing that out there. You can feel free to throw that on back if you want. It's like, should we Mario? My friend Tessa and I, she's one of my best friends. We like to play the Mario. We haven't played the Mario in a minute. All right, Moo, you're wondering where that man is coming in from. Me too. I've seen him. He showed up a couple of times. Someone that you've spoken to. Yeah, you're tired. Right as you're saying, I'm tired. With the Four of Swords here, they're saying let the universe worry about not worry, but allow the universe to bring that into you. And right now, listen to the fact that you're tired and take some downtime, and really focus on your heart. See in this picture how the heart is like it's whole, but it's got some patches on it of, could use a little clearing. So really use this full moon energy to take some downtime to rest, stay in, nurture yourself, allow yourself to focus on yourself and really bring your awareness into your heart space, and just ask yourself, what can be cleared? What might I be holding on to that is hurt? What am I holding on to that is, if you feel like sadness around something, just really giving yourself some space to allow that stuff to come forward so you can push it out or release it during this full moon. Working with some selenite would be great for that. If you feel like you have any old attachments to people, maybe doing a little bit of meditation and seeing if, if there's someone that you've been thinking about a lot from your past, or someone that you still feel connected to, like really just like clearing that cord of attachment there, so that you can take this downtime and really focus it in on yourself. Because by clearing that space and giving yourself that space, it's what's going to allow the universe to be like, oh, okay, she's like clear, she's open, she's ready. But it's just going to take a little bit of healing of your own heart. Selenite, what else is good? Some green calcite is really great for that also, or like the emeralds that I was showing you earlier, great for heart work. These guys with the emerald, really good for bringing in the soothing heart vibes. Green calcite, I really love green calcite for healing or mending the heart. All right, my dear. Just be really honest with yourself. Like, try not to hold back. Be as vulnerable as possible. Maybe even do some journaling around it. Just ask yourself, like, am I holding on to anything? Yes, the clearing of the past meditation is from Tip of the Moon. It's a really good one. Jenna, you're up next. Not my sister Jenna, a different Jenna. Jenna. Ooh, you got the Magician today, Jenna. Making some magic. So for you, Jenna, I feel like you've been working really hard to bring something to fruition, and it's time to just trust what you're putting out there. Maybe you don't quite see the fruits of your labor quite yet, and maybe there's a little bit of where is this? You've been really working towards this, or working on building something, or really trying to manifest something into fruition, and you feel like it's coming, but it's a little hard sometimes when you can't see the results in the physical. But they're saying that it is coming. You have created like a vortex, if you will, of pulling energy in and really trusting your own alchemy, like your own ability to call things in, make things happen, alchemize things. That's the message that's coming through, is like it might really push you to go deeper in your own self-trust, that you are creating this, that this is happening, and it will show up. Maybe not exactly like you thought, vision, imagined, or planned, but it will come. All right, Jenna? Trust the vortex that you're making and the alchemy that you have created in the past. Sometimes a good practice is to write down the things that you have done in the past that are a good example of maybe like how you want to call things in now. Like, oh yeah, I called that in, I made that happen. Like focusing on your wins, if you will, or focusing on the positives, if you will, can help really build your confidence around that, so that you can really trust your magic. You really trust your alchemy. Okay. Okay, next is Alexandra. And then we have Ruchira and Crystal. Did I miss anybody? Let me just check real quick if I can see that. Oh, I don't think so. Okay. Hey, Facebook, come on over to my YouTube. This is where I'm going to be streaming my Monday night lives from this point forward. Is on YouTube. There's a link in the post of this video. If you're watching on Facebook, click on my Linktree link, and my YouTube is right at the top. Come be my YouTube subscriber. Alexandra, let's see what message would like to come forward for you today. So wait a second, that was not a couple of Alexandra. Let's see what message wants to come forward for you. Okay, this one. Judgment. The release. Everybody's getting these great full moon cards, like the Magician, the Fool, Judgment. These are big cards. These are major arcana cards. These are big areas of your life. It's not, or arcing themes in your life. It's not just like, work or like just one thing in your life. That's what the minor arcana are, the details, if you will, and the major arcanas are the head BICs. They're just more of a force. They're an archetype, right? So with Judgment for you, Alexandra, this is about letting yourself off the hook for something. If you find yourself beating yourself up or judging yourself, maybe even judging others based on how it's making you feel, use this full moon to really ask yourself if you are where you might be being a little harsh on yourself or being your own worst critic, because it's time to let that go. It's time to live in the living in living in your self-love, living in your joy, living in your happiness, and knowing that it doesn't come from an outside source, it comes from within you. So if you feel like you're being too hard on yourself, like, take note of how you're talking to yourself, your inner dialogue, maybe even write some of it down and review it and say, like, would I say this to my friend? Would I say this to someone I care about? Is this kind? And just see how, like, what's coming out of you, so you can be like, oh man, I can't believe I said that to myself. So you can just bring a little bit of healing into that area. And it's also a good practice to, like, really examine what is going on and, like, how you're speaking to yourself, so that you can begin to reverse that, if you will. So you can take a look at that and say, like, that's what I like to do if I find myself saying really harsh things to myself, which I'm like number one at that. That has been one of my big life lessons, is how to be more gentle, more kind, and more loving to myself. So what I have found to be a good practice is, like, writing down the gnarly things that I may have said to myself and saying the exact opposite. So you can start to really work with the programming or the verbiage that's going on, that what you're telling yourself. So you take this full moon as an opportunity to just really clear and cleanse out all of those things as best you can. A cleansing bath is also really great during the full moon. It's a really great practice. I might take one tonight or tomorrow night also, if Tessa doesn't want to play Mario. But, like, using Epsom salt or magnesium flake is super, super clearing energetically, also to the body. And then I like to use, like, Florida water. I have a rosemary bush. I'll go cut and clean some rosemary, or I really want to get some rosemary essential oil for baths, because rosemary is so clearing. And then some lavender is always good, some lemongrass. What else? Oh, I had some Moldavite bath salts I put in there. Like, really make yourself like a witchy brew bath. And or maybe you have a favorite bath bomb. I like essential oils. I like Florida water, and I like magnesium flakes and rosemary. That's some of my favorite. Oh, rose water is also really good to put in a bath. And then I put some chlorite quartz in there. That's the only one that I actually put in the water, but I had some black moonstone around me. That's really great for new beginnings. And then I had golden healer, because golden healer really helps move energy, but in a really, like, using golden light energy, which is gold light energy, is wisdom, it's truth, it's honor, it's your inner knowing. And what else? What other crystals did I have? Smoky quartz. Quartz, any variation of quartz is a really good thing for the bath, because it's all can be in water, or it can get wet. It won't hurt it. Like selenite, no. You do not want to bring your selenite into a bath with you. It will dissolve in water. You could keep it near you or in the bathroom. Also, what else? Oh, I set up my phone on a little stand at the end of the bathtub, and I actually put some of Tip of the Moon's Reiki on, and then I knew I was in there for a full hour, because her Reiki sessions are a full hour. And I just, like, I didn't use candles, I used electronic candles, and I just put those all over the bath on the side of the tub, and I woke up feeling like a whole new woman. So that's what I would recommend for ritual bathing during the full moon. Very cleansing, very detoxifying. And I also like to say like a little prayer as as the water at the end of the bath, as the water is being drained down into the earth, essentially. I like to give like gratitude and thanks to the water and the elements that I have called in, and sending it back to the earth as healing energy. And yeah, so say a little prayer at the end also. But you could even, like, if you know Reiki yourself, you could do Reiki over the water before you do it. Like, whatever your rituals are, use your alchemy. I'm just sharing mine if you need a jumping off place, you know? Ruchira, you're up next. Oh, this card. So follow on out. Ruchira. Let's see what message would like to come through for you tonight, my dear. Thanks for all of you hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the donations as we're getting close to the end here. Thank you all for coming over to YouTube. I hope that this is a safer, more aligned place for us to do these lives. I'm sorry, I just slowed down really. Okay, here we go. Ruchira. You got the Page of Swords. Shira, are you learning something new, or do you feel like you're on a journey with something to a discovery journey, if you will? It feels like there's a lot of knowledge around you, or that you've been seeking. It's saying if you feel stuck or if you feel blocked, to ask for help, even if it's like asking the universe for help, or physically like asking a human for help, that it will bring that to you which you are seeking. But yeah, there's something that you're learning, something that you're going deeper into, something that is maybe that you're just beginning or feel like a beginner, but it is just really going to be really exciting for you. You're going to feel really in it. You're going to feel really happy. You're going to feel really like just know that this is something that's really going to enrich you and your experience. So but yeah, also giving a little bit of faith and a little bit of trust over to the universe, and that they will help guide you when you ask for help. All right, Crystal, it's your turn, love. Let's see what message would like to come forward for you. Sorry. One second. Cards are being jumpy. Oh, you got the High Priestess, darling. You know, just the message here. Her hair is really sticking out to me. Have you done anything different with your hair recently, or like have you been feeling like you want to do something different with your hair, or even like bringing some like ritual into your hair cleansing? But I feel like there's something that's going on with your hair, something about like maybe if it's time for a trim or like a release, if you will. Maybe there's like yeah, but I feel like there's some, and maybe that's for you during the full moon. you read, you use your intuition, but a lot of that comes through our hair. It's the antennas from our physical body into the other realms. So just maybe bringing some extra special attention to your hair during this full moon. And it could just be some like extra loving while you're cleaning or cleansing or washing your hair. Maybe if you have some like products that you've been wanting to try, or like deep conditioners or something like that, or if you've been wanting to go get your hair done. Oh, there you go. Yeah. I feel like it will really help, like, clearing out some energy for you if you've been feeling like a little foggy, or needs some, just a little bit of clearing, or a little bit of straightening, if you will. Not straightening, but like aligning. Kind of like getting your car tuned up, like we use our car so much. And it's the same thing with the intuition and the parts of us that access the intuition, or access, especially for a reader, that it's like getting a tune up for your car, basically. So yeah, I would pay some special attention to your hair this full moon. Even if you put the intention out there to, like, if you can't get it like treated and um oh, gotcha. Trying to grow it long again. Yeah. Um Even a trim like helps hair growth. It actually stimulates hair growth. Um but maybe if you can't do it over the full moon, maybe putting that intention into like knowing that you're going to get it done soon can even be move some energy for you. So that's your message for tonight, my darling, the high priestess. Oh, also her throat was sticking out for me for you. If you've been feeling like a little scratchy in the throat, or like need some support in the throat chakra, I'm hearing hot water with lemon and honey, or any tea that you like. Yeah. Or crystals, also like lapis, like I was saying for someone else earlier, or cursicola, actually, I think would be really good for you. Cursicola has a really like goddessy feeling to it, or like, oh, this is exactly what I was thinking about. It's sitting here right in front of me. Of course it is. This is cursicola and malachite together. I think that that would be also a really good combination for you right now, because the cursicola is like that good, like goddessy energy, and the malachite is like very attractive, and they're a great combination. So that's the crystals that I would recommend for you uh, this evening and for the full moon. But cursicola, malachite, I think that'd be a really good combo. Or just cursicola. That was the one that was really coming through to bring in that high priestessy energy. Oh yeah, LAB. I can't do that anymore. I was looking at one of my friends' posts. I'm just like looking at like the party that was going on in their camp. I was like, no, that period of my life is over. That gave me so much anxiety watching this party at my friend's camp. It was just like that, what used to be my camp, or where I would have camped. But yeah, I can't do that. I can't do the music festivals anymore. I think the last LAB I went to was in 2017, and the last Coachella I went to was in 2018. Was that the year Baychella was? That was the last year I went. I mean, I know we had a pandemic in between there and kind of lost a couple of cycles, but I've been pretty clear that I just don't have the energy for it anymore. Like, it completely, even, pre-pandemic, it was really depleting for me, and it was taking too long for me to like bounce back from going to those experiences, which I loved for so long. Oh, sandstorm in a bottle. That's what I heard. I heard the sandstorms were really bad out there this year. Which the last time they had it at that venue, it was the first time. But everyone was just like, "Oh my god, the new venue is amazing. It's so much better than Bradley, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Great." Yeah, yeah. Actually, my first LAB was in 2011, so it could have been that year. Um, I think that's when I camped with like Gypsy and Oscar. I mean, I still always camped with them. Our camp was just a little bit different then, but yeah, no more music festivals for me. Yeah. I did Couchella this year. I did watch Coachella, the webcam, because I'm still a music junkie and I love good music, and I always, even watching the webcam, I always discover new things. So, but I love watching it from my couch, and I love using my own bathroom, and I love ordering food to my front door. It's like I'm not doing anything that is like no more Burning Man, no more LAB. Like I'm not gonna building things is not a vacation for me anymore. um I was telling my friend, I'm like, only things with maid service, meals that are cooked for me that I don't have to clean up, nothing that I built. um Yeah, 2011. Yeah, Bradley was really magical. I went to every year except for one. I think they did 2018 still in Bradley. And I went to a bunch that were in Orange County. I unfortunately never got to Santa Barbara just because I didn't live here during the Santa Barbara era of Lightning in a Bottle, but definitely loved the ones in Silverado, loved that location, loved Bradley. I worked pretty heavily. I was really heavily involved in the productions of the ones at Bradley. I was one of the producers of Boutique Camp, and I also did some production stuff there. But yeah, because it's in Bakersfield. I am sorry. I'm sorry for anyone from Bakersfield, but you probably agree with me. Like the energy in Bradley was really magical, and I loved the wildlife that was out there. Do you remember the year that they had to shut down the Woogie Peninsula because of the bald eagle's nest? I was like, bald eagles, man, coming to party with us. This is awesome. I thought it was a good sign. Maybe everybody else didn't see it that way, but I was like, oh, we're all working with bald eagle medicine, and that's pretty spectacular. Although I did work one Dirty Bird camp out that was at Bradley that was like on the other shore. And we had a wild boar come through our camp in the middle of the night. And it, like, when I produced Boutique Camp for that one too. And thankfully the event was over and all the guests had left, but we had a wild boar come through in the middle of the night, and like it went like ape on some stuff. We all had to get in the back of there's a flatbed, there's a truck, and we all jumped in the flatbed of the truck because it was just like jumping on the couches and like having like a fabulous time, like going crazy in what was left of Boutique Camp. It was pretty funny, but we were all just really glad that it happened after the guests had left already. For those of you that don't know, I used to work in festival production. I was still always reading tarot. I never really read tarot at festivals because that was too intense for me. But until I got my business at a place, until I got Tarot by Megan in a place where it could support me financially, which it does now. And thank you to all of you who are all a part of that. I really appreciate it. Didn't you used to cook? Nope. No cooking. I did some PAing for the production team. That was mostly on like Dirty Bird events. But then for LIB, I was on the boutique tent. It was or boutique camp. Freddie was my boss, and I was right under Freddie, so I was like associate producer, assistant producer of boutique camp. For LIB, and then I've also worked some Symbiosises. I think I just worked one Symbiosis, and that one I did vendor coordinating. And then my biggest, most wonderful, most fabulous, most fun job was actually with Culture House. And they brought me on to do artist booking and like on site like artist relations for Okeechobee in Florida, and that was really fun. That production I was on from December until the event happened in early March, and I was like on site for 2 weeks and got the trailer and the whole 9 yards and was an integral part of the production team. And that was my last production job. I left on a high note. And I was like, I feel complete. And the offers that the DoLab put on the table for me after that felt like a step backwards, and I didn't want to go backwards. So that's when I kind of knew that if the jobs weren't coming in that met that last job, that it was time for me to move on. And that's when I got really into Tarot by Megan, and I just like refuse to do anything else but read tarot or be in the spiritual energy. And I held to that. I didn't do anything else. And that was in 2000 and like 17, 18-ish. So yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, I couldn't do that. I don't really do events anymore either. I used to like book it was cool. Florida came with its own set of problems, but it was nice to like see some East Coast festival production as compared to West Coast festival production. And also on that production, we had an alligator come jump out and join us. That was a little bit more frightening than the boar. But yeah, Florida was interesting. It was cool, but I definitely am glad to have had most of my festival producing experience on the West Coast and in California. So yeah, but now that I am hosting my own event, oh yeah, the Moop Squad. Yeah, Gypsy was always on the Moop Squad. I love the Moop Squad and Leah and Oliver. uh, I I know that like for me now, my our retreat, the spiritual retreat that I'm producing right now, all of my years in event production, like really are coming in back into my realm again, and I love it. I love producing events. It is definitely something that I did for years, and I don't miss producing. Oh, interesting. It was great. Okeechobee is like right in the middle of the state, like in the Everglades. That's why an alligator was just like, "What's up?" um, but now like going into my own hosting my own retreat experience, I'm like, oh, this is waking up so much of that producer vent production experience that I love, and it's really combining these forces of my like my spiritual and my producer, that I get to bring this magic together for you. So, all right. Yeah, totally. I definitely feel that. But yeah, I can't read tarot at events anymore. I used to get booked on like weddings or corporate events. events. I've done wrap parties for photo shoots and Hollywood production sets and stuff. And I can't do those anymore. It's too intense. I would much rather spend an hour with one person or have my days filled up with one-on-ones than do like the quick event stuff. It was very hard for me to ground myself after doing reading after reading after reading after reading. So yeah, I can't do events anymore. I'm getting old. Just getting old. But you just I gotta keep checking in with myself and see what resonates and what doesn't. And I know for now that the event music festivals, I can't do it. Good. That's great. I just can't I would my process with it was even like I booked local events here in LA, like with crystal shops where they would have like readers and healers events. And I would be there for like 8 hours reading and reading and reading. And those were some of the last events that I did. And it was very hard for me to support myself afterwards. I would come up and I would just be on this like high after doing hours and hours of readings and being in that space. And then when it was over, I would crash. Sometimes I was even a little concerned for like driving myself home because I would be so out of it. It was almost like it would make me a little like inebriated. And then I would get really emotional and it would take me days to recover. So that's why now my event booking rate is very expensive because I literally have to cover not only the hours that I work at the event, but like the next 3 to 4 days because I can't work because I'm so like devastated from it. So that's why I don't do events anymore. Yeah, it was too much. It's too long. It's too overwhelming. It was like, I can't do events anymore. And a lot of times for me, those events weren't converting. People would just be like, oh, cool, thanks. Some of the ones at the crystal shops that I did they would convert. People would convert into clients from that. But like the wedding, it was also too like I felt like people were seeing me more as entertainment or something that was like gifted to them and they weren't really invested in it. And events with like music, like a wedding, were really hard because I would have to like talk over the band for hours and it like people, it would be hard for them to hear me. And it was just like Yeah, totally. It just takes days. It takes days to recover from being in holding that space for a long time. So, all right, everybody. I'm going to post this video one more time for all y'all on Facebook. I'm not going to be doing my lives on Facebook any longer. Everything is going to be on YouTube. So I will post this video for those of you that we're still getting into this conversion here. So I don't want you to feel like you're not going to find your message. So I am going to post this video on Facebook and I am going to post this video on YouTube. So you can come to either place to get your card pull message for this Monday. But going forward, YouTube is going to be my main platform for my lives. So don't worry, Facebook, the posts of my 3-card readings are still going to go up every Monday morning. And yeah, that's it. All right, my darlings, I will see you next Monday. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not. If you have any interest in coming to my retreat, please go to the link in this video to my link tree. You'll see a retreat 2022 button. It'll take you to the retreat page of my website. Go fill out an application. I'll review it and probably text you. I don't like to just call you randomly. I will text you. And we'll see if it's a good match for you. Also, I'm totally open to customizing a payment plan that works for you. There is a significant discount if you pay in full. And yeah, it's going to be epic in the desert. October 2022, October 6th through the 9th. Arrival will be by 3-4 o'clock on Thursday the 6th, and then departure will be Monday morning the 10th. So Monday morning the 10th, we got to go. All right, everybody. I hope you have a fabulous week. I'll see you next week. Also, if you're ever interested in booking a one-on-one with me, you can also do that through the Linktree link. It will take you to my website, and you can go book yourself a reading. I'm offering tarot readings, Akashic Records readings, and mediumship readings, as well as crystal consultations that are all up in my scheduler and my booker. You can look at my services pages if you want to learn a little bit more about each of those services. You can also send me an email through the contact page. I have been having a little bit of issue with that email. So if you don't hear back from me within 24 hours, if you send an email through my contact page in my website, it means that I didn't get it. So just go to one of my platforms and DM me on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok. Well, I don't like the TikTok DM service, but you can always DM me on Instagram, which is also linked in that Linktree link. That Linktree link is very useful. It will take you to my bookings. It will take you to my crystal shop. It will take you to my retreat page of my website. It will take you to my YouTube channel, to my Facebook group, to my TikTok, and to my Instagram. So, and also my Venmo and my Cash App. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you next weekend or next Monday. Kind of, not quite the weekend, a little after the weekend. All right, friends. Bye.